blood shortage here in the CSRA, and we need your help. Joining us in the Shepherd Community Blood Center for our News 12 blood drive Friday, May 13th at our new studios off River Watch Parkway. Give the gift of life.
Closed captioning for News 12 is brought to you by Kenneth Nugent. From the station that's on your side, News 12, first at 5, continues.
The man accused of punching an Augusta commissioner in the face, turning himself into the Richmond County Jail today.
But first, we are tracking the chance for some severe storms tomorrow.
Thank you, Riley. As summer approaches, we're checking in on a story we've been following all school year.
Bus drivers at Richmond County schools still say they are stretched thin, and with more open positions than before, school leaders are working hard to figure out what to do.
Will Rio in live with us in the studio to look at a problem that's not going to go away just because students will be out of school. Will?
Yeah, it sounds like a broken record at this point, but the problem is still here. If we check on the job description, it lets you know exactly what to expect on the job. But bus drivers say that they're dealing with a lot more than what's listed here on the website. But if you scroll all the way down to the bottom of the job description to be a bus driver, you can see that the salary range is $339 to $1683 an hour, which is one reason why these drivers say that they're struggling a lot here. Now, out of Richmond, Columbia, and Aiken counties, Richmond is the only district seeing an increase in open positions over the last 4 months. The last time we checked in with them, they had 20 open positions. I was told anything over 10 is a big problem here. We spoke with a bus driver from Richmond County almost 2 months ago about ongoing problems with bus drivers. He says 2 of his co-workers have been threatened over the last week by students. Parents come onto his bus using bad language towards him and the students, and buses are breaking down or don't have air conditioning. He says nothing has changed.
I know that we have some dedicated people down in transportation that are trying to work and do some things, but it's going to take the entire system to really say, hey, what's going on? Because honestly, the bus drivers are the foundation of where this happens. You know, we're the first in and we're the last out to see the kids. And we really need the support. We really need the support.
He's hoping some Board of Education members will try to make some time to ride on the buses to experience what they go through on a weekly basis. Coming up on News 12 at 6 o'clock, we're hearing from a member of the Board of Education about what they're trying to do to ease some of these struggles with our bus drivers.
All right, thanks for that. New developments today after a man allegedly punches a commissioner right outside of the meeting at City Hall. Today, business owner Dayon Walker turned himself in at the Richmond County Jail. He faces a misdemeanor charge of simple battery over the confrontation with Commissioner Pompey Williams. Now, he's not expected to be in jail for long. Deputies told him that his bond should be ready shortly. But yesterday, the Marshal's office released this surveillance video showing Commissioner Williams and Mayor Hardy Davis backing down the hallway before Walker approaches. The scuffle takes place at the far end of the hall. It's kind of difficult to tell from this angle, but Walker is calling on the Marshal's office to release all of the surveillance video, and so are we. But we're going to hear what Walker has to say about all of this coming up on News 12 at 6 o'clock.
All your healthcare needs in one place. A team at AU working to make sure people who may not be able to afford an appointment are taken care of.
And it's not just physical health. They're highlighting mental health as well. Our Claire Allen gives us a look at why the free clinic coming is so important.
Students at AU will hold a free health fair this weekend dedicated to serving underinsured and uninsured patients in the Augusta area.
We really decided that this would be a great way to have somebody come in and not just get their general clinic visit, but also a whole variety of services that they would benefit from.
This will be the first health fair clinic in 3 years and provide well-rounded care and promise holistic care for people who don't typically get these services.
The goal is not only just to provide services, general services for the underserved. We wanted to make sure that we included some of the ancillary services such as dental care, dental hygiene. We'll be having dermatology.
For the people that do not have healthcare access, to really reach healthcare, to start receiving services, doing some screening to really start improving their health.
The fair will feature booths for domestic violence, mental health, women's health, and more. Students say this fair will be a safe space for anyone who walks in.
We really want to make sure that patients know that they will be promised a safe environment, and
clinic. It's coming up Saturday. It'll be from 8 until 4 at the Family Medicine Clinic. That's the medical office building on Harper Street. They will provide screenings, physical exams, and health education. This clinic, by the way, an initiative from the nonprofit Alas. They're accepting walk-ins. You don't need any documentation with you.
Impressive turnout so far for community center.
When it comes to inflation, most salaries are not keeping up, but for teachers, they're effectively making about $2,100 less than they did 10 years ago. A new report from the National Education Association says Georgia and South Carolina, just two of only three states that saw salaries shrinking from the 2019 school year to the 2020 one. The president of the South Carolina Education Association says the state legislature has a record budget surplus and should be spending some of that money on teachers.
We already know we have a severe teacher shortage right now. We know that compensation is part of the reason why teachers are leaving the profession. And to see that in black and white compared to other states that are around us and what other states are doing, it was just, adding fuel to the fire that we need to do something if we're going to save the profession of education right now.
Both the House and Senate have offered up some level of teacher pay increases, but if the budget is not worked out between them, the state will continue operating under last year's budget, meaning no change to teacher salaries.
Well, we are dry out there this afternoon, but break.
And reduced adoption fees and homes for four-legged friends. Empty the Shelter is an all-around win-win. We're going to show you what's up just ahead. First at 5.
Diamond now.
If you've ever wanted a furry friend, now could be the perfect time for you to adopt a pet.
The Aiken County Animal Shelter and SPCA Albrecht Center are both offering reduced adoption fees. It's part of a nationwide Empty the Shelter effort.
Will Vogue shows us how it's possible and why the opportunity is so important for the shelters like this one right now.
The shelter's full. I mean, we are packed in here.
The Aiken County Animal Shelter is loaded. Shelter manager Bobby Arthur says last month they took in about 100 more animals than normal.
So when you don't have animals going out, but you have more animals coming in, what do? We can only handle so many animals.
He's happy the Bissell Foundation is partnering with the shelter for the second time. It's part of a nationwide effort called Empty the Shelter.
This event could not have come at a better time.
Almost 300 shelters across the country benefit. The foundation is putting up money so shelters can lower adoption fees.
It helps tremendously. I mean, it's a win-win deal for us. What I look for is getting the animals adopted, get them out, get them in a home.
We have too many homeless dogs out there, far too many.
A few miles away, the SPCA Albrecht Center says it's full too. That's why they're so happy this is happening again.
It does make a difference in the adoptions. It truly does. Last year, we had double the amount of adoptions in a 2-week period than we normally do.
And with the shelter packed, she hopes to see a similar impact this month, too.
The shelters are just full, and we desperately need people to come in and adopt.
In Aiken, Will Volt, on your side.
And the Empty the Shelter event runs until next Saturday, May 14th.
And both shelters are offering adoptions for $25. Your home will be better because of it. They are great companions.
Maybe Mom's been waiting for a puppy for
You never know.
Mother's
Happy
Day.
Mother's Day, Mom.
Happy Mother's Day.
Let's see how it goes.
Another person to keep alive.
That's another responsibility.
Yeah.
But hey, perfect. Why don't they go check out if you're going to be up early for Mother's Day, and could get it even a little bit cooler heading into early next week.
A Florida family plans to move over what's been called the Don't Say Gay bill. Meanwhile, some lawmakers say they're sponsoring different legislation to promote equality in the Sunshine State. All that ahead, first at 5.
An Augusta therapist trusted to treat veterans, accused instead of mistreating his patient.
He used his position and his power, to prey upon me.
Even after she came forward, the VA allowed the accused to treat patients for years. Tonight on News 12 at 6 o'clock.
Rick's big Mom's Day event.
A slew of new bills targeting the discussion of race and gender identity is dividing Floridians. One couple, Becky Richmond and her wife, moved to the Sunshine State back in 2017.
But she says they're planning on moving away in response to legislation targeting trans kids and LGBTQ families.
I know that it's better elsewhere, and I know that I don't necessarily have to fight, but I want to. But also, I don't want to feel unsafe.
Meanwhile, a Florida lawmaker working to keep families like Becky's in Florida, Representative Kathy Castor, co-sponsored an Equality Act that passed the House last year. It protects people from discrimination based on sexual orientation, gender identity in employment, housing, and education, but not everyone's on board.
In Florida, we do not have a human rights law, an Equality Act that bars discrimination.
You don't need to protect someone's right by eliminating the rights of others, and that's precisely what the Equality Act does.
The bill has yet to move in the Senate.
This one's for iPhone users out there. iPhones have some really hidden features that are nearly impossible to find on your own.
How helpful. You can't find the features. That's so great. But Jamie Tucker, luckily, is on our side. He's always digging deeper, this time into Apple's operating system to find a trick that'll help save you some time.
If you use an iPhone to take notes or share things to social media, this iPhone trick is going to blow your mind and save you some time.
And normally, if you need to jot down information from a sign, image, or projection, you might have to take a photo of the screen to save it in your notes. Well, in iOS 15, you don't have to add the photo to your notes. Someone posted this to Facebook the other night from Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People. I took a photo of it on my computer screen. Once I opened the photo in the Notes app, iOS 15 lets you select the text, just like you would with a message or a post, and it magically transposes what's in the photo to text. You can select all or just what you want to copy from that photo. You can paste it anywhere. I'll open Facebook, start a post, and paste that long list of tips. See how it turns out? If I make a post in LinkedIn, it looks better than a photo, and my followers will think I carefully typed all of this. Even better, what you've copied and pasted in notes from that photo is searchable by keywords. Extremely helpful if you use the Notes app for, notes.
It's really one of the coolest iPhone tricks that I've discovered. Thing is, it only works with iOS 14 and 15, so to use it, you'll have to have an iPhone 6S or newer. That's What the Tech. I'm Jamie Tucker.
Jamie does it again. Did not know about that feature, and apparently it's hidden away.
Now, did you hear how to do it? Because I got to go back and watch.
Yeah, the tutorial. Go back and watch
Yeah,
it again.
I caught all the interesting parts about the copy and paste, but...
Jamie has a great website, by the way, while we're on the topic, called What the Tech.
Yes.
You can go back and watch any story he's ever
And
done.
sometimes he does podcasts about it if you're really interested in the subject matter. But yeah, interesting guy.
I always learn something from Jamie. Okay, the Carolina Squatter. You know what that is. It's reaching the end of the line in South Carolina. The State House just unanimously giving a second reading to a bill that bans these lifted cars. The Senate already passed that back in February.
Once the bill officially passes the House, it'll move to the governor's desk. So what does it mean for you? Well, once it's law, it means you cannot modify your car or truck to the point where your front fender is raised 4 or more inches above the height of your rear fender.
So there you go.
Wow, we are really tackling the big issues.
Get out the tape measure there, Mr. State Trooper. With the NFL draft behind us, teams are